Hi Radical Radiance babe, welcome to the tapping for this chapter. And this is the chapter about living your fantasy. This chapter was so much fun for me to write because I love to take these esoteric concepts, these theories about living in alignment, these theories about feeling good, and then bringing them into the practical. So I hope that you were really well stocked up with lots of tips, lots of ideas, lots of things you can do to make your house feel beautiful, to make yourself feel beautiful, and there's always more where that came from. So this month's tapping, because we weren't really working on a big theoretical concept this month's tapping is around just believing that you deserve to live your fantasy. Because let's face it, we are told so many different things, and it can be really easy to think like, do I really deserve to live my fantasy? There are so many other people that don't have what they want, don't get what they deserve, life feels so unfair. Is it really fair for me to live my fantasy? Is it really fair for me to get all the things that I want? How can I be in joy? How can I experience pleasure when I know there are so many people that aren't? So that's what we're going to tap on today. And this is a really common feeling. This is something that a lot of people struggle with, a lot of people grapple with. And so today we are going to work on clearing it out. And as always with all of these tappings, these are things that you can come back to on a regular basis whenever you're feeling that like guilt monster, or that do I deserve this monster, or the can I really live my fantasy monster? Because we want to say to those monsters, right? We're not about those monsters. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. So I have a teeny tiny little bottle of water. I'm going to pop this shit, and I'm going to drink some just like I would like you to. And then we are going to start tapping on the karate chop point. Here we go. Even though sometimes I feel guilt that I don't deserve to live my fantasy, that there are so many other people suffering, how could I ever be so fortunate to be the one that gets to live my fantasy? Life seems really unfair. And so I have my doubts about whether it's really okay for me to feel good. About whether it's really okay for me to have what I want. When I see so many other people in pain, it pulls all of this stuff into question. Is it selfish for me to focus on the things that I want? Is it okay for me to feel good when other people don't? Could I feel good about myself if I got what I wanted and other people didn't? So even though I have these questions, even though I doubt my worthiness, even though I sometimes feel selfish, I accept myself anyway. I forgive myself anyway. And I love myself regardless. Okay, this is a really good one. Really, really good. So I like doing this first. Just marries all those parts of your mind together. Masculine, feminine, left and right sides of your brain. Here we go. Top of the head. Is it really okay for me to get everything that I want? Don't get me wrong. I want what I want. But I worry that it's not fair. I worry that me getting what I want isn't fair. I worry about the people who do not have what they want. I worry about the people who do not have what they need And that makes me feel bad. That makes me feel like I am being selfish. Like I am asking for too much. And so when I walk around with this big question about worthiness, this big question about what is fair, it puts me in a vibrational conundrum. Because I want what I want, but maybe I would feel bad if I got it. Maybe I wouldn't be able to enjoy it if I got it. And as long as I am thinking this way, the things that I want will remain at a distance. Because I don't want to be greedy. I don't want to take more than my share. Especially if that means somebody else won't get theirs. So as long as I want it, but don't want it, I will always be out of step with the things I desire. And maybe this explains why some of those things have been slow. Because I want it, but I feel bad about wanting it. So even though I've been feeling this way, even though I have been doing mental loop-de-loops about this, I accept myself as I am. I forgive myself from my loop-de-loops. And I love myself anyway. Because the truth is, we don't really know what other people want and need. We may think we do. But people are surprising creatures. Sometimes they don't want the things that we think they will want. And another really potent piece of truth is this. There is no such thing as taking somebody else's share. We live in an infinite and abundant universe. There is more than enough for me. There is more than enough for you. There is more than enough for all of us. And we can only tend to our own vibration. We can only tend to our own desires. Trying to second guess what other people want or need is an exercise in futility. And really an exercise in projection also. Because we will never truly know. So even though I feel guilt about wanting what I want and feeling like it's not necessarily fair, this is really just me playing God. This is really just me assuming I know what is best for everyone. And the truth is that I don't. Everyone is here on this planet to learn lessons. And those lessons are unique to each person. So who am I to say that someone should have this or shouldn't have that? I don't know what lessons they are here to learn. And it is not my job to get in the middle of it. So even though sometimes I feel like I don't deserve to live my fantasy, the truth is that I am living my fantasy all the time. It just may not be a very good fantasy. Maybe it's time for me to turn my fantasy up. Maybe it's time to increase my fantasy frequency. Because deep down in my heart, I know that when I am illuminated, everyone is illuminated. When I am prosperous, it spills out into the world. When I am happy, it makes the people around me happy too. So to think that I have to stay small or be unhappy in order to keep some kind of cosmic balance in check is total craziness. That is not what I am here for. I am here to live big. I am here to love boldly. I am here to rock this fucking universe. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I am worthy of all of my desires. Even the desires I don't know I have yet. And I'm willing to release any feelings that I am not worthy. And so it is. Deep breath in, hold it at the top, and exhale. You killed that. Beautiful. I hope that this tapping was helpful and that it really clears up some blocks so that you can fully live your fantasy this month. I would love to hear all about what's happening in your life, where your fantasies are going, what you've done and changed in your house over this month. Tell me all about it. Please comment below so I can keep up with what's going on in your lives. And as always, I love you to the moon, back again, a few more orbits, back, like there's a lot of love going on. So I'm sending it all out to you. All these love beams are coming from my little house in Los Angeles to wherever you are. And I hope that you have a fantastic month and that you're inspired to push through your comfort zone and do some beautiful things.